Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So the previous video that you would have watched was the awakening of the lotus bud, the lotus technologies. And so that involved a series of breathing techniques. What we did was we completed stage one of the lotus breathing technologies. So you have awakened the electrical man-A lotus bud and seed activation. So before proceeding to stage two, the E-ray, and stage three, the Manu, we must activate and regenerate the LE-Teu-A lens, the LE-Teu-A lens. Before we induct the Mahadra Adrana code, we must awaken what's called the LE-Teu-A lens. It's the myopic lens that has been mutated due to many thousands of years of alterations of the human anatomy. Restoring this part of the human anatomy will repair the science and art of manifestation, restoring our ability to be manifesting machines. The heliotalic frequencies that we had been introduced to with the lotus bud technologies and lotus seed technologies restores the natural ire, mane, and manu cosmic flows within the body, returning us to our natural Christos state. The LE-Teu-A lens once existed as a thin membrane within the structure of the pineal of the brain. Earth has a planetary corresponding anatomy called the Mahadra. The LE-Teu-A is the real third eye. The third eye mutation has been shrunk over time. We used to have a very, very big third eye within our brains. And the heliotalic frequencies are able to reawaken this dormant gateway to manifestation. So we will do this technique before continuing on with the process of awakening the Mahadra Adrana code within the planetary structure, as well as within the physical structure of the body. And so this LE-Teu-A lens concept was introduced in Dance for Joy. However, the recorded meditation walkthrough was really distorted due to them being on a boat at the time. And we are lucky enough to have a very clear and concise meditation recording for this process of awakening the LE-Teu-A lens with the Cathara team in a different workshop. So I will now present that to you, as well as display the appropriate graphic for your guidance. Although the experience will be very much your own, please be open to your own visual interpretation of what the LE-Teu-A lens activation structure feels like, looks like. But most importantly, this is an integral process before we move on to activating the Mahadra Adrana code. And so please enjoy.
And just before we begin, just call to mind the encryption of your manifestation. Remember the sphere around you as if you're in it. That's the encryption. Bring that into your technique with the feeling. The feeling is your muscle, your power for the manifestation to pop out into the hologram. So inhale slow, strong and deep from the activated 6-point lotus petal axis into the azure, forming a grape's fruit-sized ball of heliotalic frequency in the azure center. And then exhale gently into the heliotalic ball, still at the azure, keeping the form of the heliotalic ball intact. Inhale again, slow and deeply, then exhale forcefully using the exhale breath to push the heliotalic ball up to the central vertical current from the azure to the LE-Teu-A in the center of the pineal gland. Imagine that a small copper metal microdisc lies horizontally in the center of the heliotalic ball, inside the center of the pineal gland. Now inhale forcefully another flow of heliotalic current up from the azure directly into the copper microdisc within the heliotalic sphere at the LE-Teu-A within the pineal gland at signet 11. Exhale the heliotalic current into the horizontal copper disc. This disc is the LE-Teu-A lens. Breathe gently and imagine now that the heliotalic current floods through the LE-Teu-A horizontal copper disc, causing the disc first to vibrate and emit a brief series of tones. Whether or not the tones are audible, imagine that the LE-Teu-A copper disc begins to spin clockwise. This is the same as the horizontal left to right clockwise spin as the spinning top Merkaba spiral. As the LE-Teu-A lens disc spins, imagine that it loses its copper color and begins to glow pale pastel silver heliotalic colors as it spins faster and faster. Now use 3 forceful rapid inhale-exhale heliotalic breaths, inhaled up from the azure and exhaled into the LE-Teu-A disc to accelerate the spin speed of the LE-Teu-A disc to critical mass speed. Breathe gently and imagine that the LE-Teu-A disc reaches peak spin speed and then rapidly rises up on its edge, forming a disc that resembles a coin, spinning on its rim. Continue to breathe gently and observe the spinning coin-like LE-Teu-A disc spinning so fast that it becomes a small spinning sphere of pale silver gold light. Relax, continue to breathe gently, and recall the manifestation or intention you desire to co-create. Feel its reality, as if you, right now, have this thing, or are experiencing it, and really put your emotions into it. Create with feeling first, adding visualization if required. Concentrate with absolute peace in your process as you imbue this desired thing or experience as emotional energy into the LE-Teu-A sphere. Then completely shift your mental focus and attention away from the intended manifestation. Now inhale deeply from the azure, drawing heliotalic current up to the LE-Teu-A sphere. Then use a forceful exhale to push the LE-Teu-A lens all the way down to Earth's core into a pale silver cup-like energy form at the center of the planetary shield. This cup-like structure is the planetary Mahadra lens, the point of manifestation seed embedding. Breathe gently as the LE-Teu-A sphere automatically settles into the Mahadra cup, and observe as the LE-Teu-A sphere next stops spinning, releasing a burst of energy carrying your intention into the Mahadra cup. The LE-Teu-A sphere then returns to the form of the copper metal disc, automatically pulling back up the central vertical current to its home position in the pineal gland at signet 11.